These northern parts of Nigeria are full of rocky hills which were formed long ago before the first Muslim and Christian settlers arrived here. These rocks and baobab trees have patiently witnessed a lot happen here, generation after generation. The work of the St. Patrick's missionaries in northern Nigeria is only one chapter in the long history of this area. In northern Nigeria, the St. Patrick's Fathers first arrived in the early 1960s and worked in the diocese of Miya in what we now call Niger State. They later sent missionaries to the diocese of Bauchi in Bauchi State. In this documentary, I pay a short visit to the mission of the St. Patrick's Fathers in the village of Miya in Bauchi State. To get to Miya, I first have to make my way to the busy city of Jos. I am then driven 2 hours to Bauchi town. On the way, I see visible signs of the beefed-up security to counter the recent terror attacks by the infamous so-called Boko Haram militants. I am warned in good time to hide my camera lest I face the wrath of the sun-beaten and visibly underpaid Nigerian soldiers. The next day, Father Vitalis Young, a Nigerian St. Patrick's missionary, arrives to collect me and drive me just over an hour up to Miya village and the mission. It is good to see Vitalis again after a few years. We stock up on food and provisions before we head to rural Miya. I look forward to my few days in Miya, where he is the parish priest working with Julius Dokowe from Malawi, who has completed his philosophy studies and is on his first missionary assignment. Miya is named after the edible leaves of the baobab tree, which is quite common in this part of the country. Once I am in Miya, I do get the strong sense that I am in Muslim territory. Father Vitalis explains why St. Patrick's missionaries have made the option to work in places such as Miya.
Right from the very beginnings of our history, our focus as a missionary society has always been on primary evangelization. And over the years, we've tried to go to where the church is either non-existent or struggling. And I think that vision of the society hasn't changed. Our last chapter emphasized very clearly the point of us trying to go to the least, the lost, and the last. So that, in a way, is what we are trying to do here in this part of the world here.
Sunday Mass in the modest church in Miya is at 7 a.m., after which the priests, catechists, and seminarians travel to any of the 14 outstations attached to Miya pastoral area. I recognize the popular tune of the Creed, or I Believe, being sung with the local Hausa language lyrics. For me, it is a symbol that the Christian faith is being adapted and accepted in the Hausa culture. I am also glad to observe both boys and girls serving the Holy Mass side by side. Girls and women in these parts of Nigeria experience a lot of discrimination, even though they are the backbone of the community. The recent kidnapping of over 200 girls in the village of Chibok, in the next-door diocese of Maiduguri, gave this issue global attention. Father Vitalis sees women empowerment and the education of the girl child as one of his priorities.
And as you know, women are big pillars, of our society. especially in the African context. And it's not different here. But it's always sad that women haven't got that environment where they can let themselves and their potentials flourish. So as a church, it's one aspect that we have tried to look at and to figure out what can we do to help our women who are really struggling here, and yet they have to take care of their families. And so we came up with a decision some time ago that we would build a shop for them where they can at least have a space to trade and try to make ends meet. And in that way, we hope to, in a little way, empower our women.
After Sunday Mass, there is a meeting of the parish leaders. I am impressed by the diversity and energy of the group and the fact that they can meet independent of the parish priest. One of the 14 outstations is called Siri. Father Vitalis and Julius leave the main station in Miya for Mass and visitations in Siri, about 30 minutes away by car. Siri is far away from the main road and is full of vegetation and some livestock. The people are glad to receive us. I am shown round the local school begun by previous parish priests. I am drawn to a poster on the wall showing the photo of Pope Francis surrounded by those of Nigerian bishops. Even in these fringe and poor frontiers of the Nigerian church, the hierarchy is well felt. The women are in their colorful uniform today, and more arrive after the Mass has begun. I am told that there is a combined meeting after Mass for all the women in the whole of Miya Parish. On arrival, they say a short prayer of thanksgiving before even getting off the bus. In Nigeria, a safe journey is never taken for granted. The Hausa-speaking women are a unique group in the church in northern Nigeria, known as the Zumuntamata. One of their many contributions to the local church is their local lively music. The joy of the women shown in song and dance is remarkable. Missionaries will say that the people's joy in a rural setting is itself the reward for missionary work, and not necessarily the offertory they bring. Evangelization can be a transaction. The missionary may offer the word of God and other pastoral services, and return, these simple and contented people offer the missionary the joy of the gospel, a commodity that is hard to find.
The very fact of being here with the people, just being the sharing in the daily realities of the people here, is a source of great joy and fulfillment for me. And having that feeling that in a small way I am also fulfilling the mission of Christ, the mission of the church, the mission of our society, to go out to the ends of the earth and be a minister. I think it's something very fulfilling.
Shine mai anguwa. Babban mutum. Ina gwanangu. Ya aiki. Ya gida.
One of the homes we visit in Siri is that of the local chief. The family tell Vitalis that the harvest is near and they look forward to it. I am curious as to how many children are in this household. I am told rather discreetly there are 12. It is a joyful visit full of humor and lightheartedness.
What is she saying? Okay.
And now they are waiting for the harvest.
All right. Okay.
Hopefully soon.
Okay.
So they are very busy in the farm.
All right.